All right, Hack. We're back.
We're back.
So
It was a long road back, but I finally found the end of it.
I've had this day circled, this event circled for quite a while. You have the possibility and the distinction, we've talked about it before, of being the only guy to complete the Grand Slam, and that's it. There's nobody else that can do it but you. And I know history is not necessarily your focus, the next tournament is, but do you feel like you've got a shot at closing that book this week?
Yeah, I do feel like I have a legitimate shot. I think it'll all just come down to my decision making, which that's normally what it comes down to, but more so this week than ever. You know, it's a funny thing. I may get spun out some tomorrow or whatever, but right now I feel different about it. I can't really explain that, but I just feel I'm in a different place mentally right now than I have been in the previous 15. Like, I really enjoyed this week. I guess I'm just so happy to be back. It's kind of helped. You know, life's a funny thing. I could have never foreseen what has happened in my fishing career, you know, and to, you know, take the path that I have taken and then to be back here, you know, here just a couple years ago, I would have told you I would have never been back here. Didn't know if I wanted to come back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very happy to be back here. I mean, this is the reason I came back. I mean, I'm on 100%. This is
the Bassmaster Classic.
This is it.
It's the biggest title in the sport. I get
That's
it. And I know you love big titles.
And you know, the thing about it is, after a couple years of being away, and I guess what probably really helped me to some extent is that I don't know if I would have realized how big it was had I not left, if that makes sense. Like, I knew it was big before, whatever, but after I spent some time away from it, and I've been everywhere, I fished everywhere, it is the pinnacle of the sport, you know. So regardless win or lose this week, the rest of my career, if any way possible, I will be at every Bassmaster Classic that physically and mentally is possible for me to be at for the rest of my career.
You told me something in 2010. I asked you a question at the Classic after you'd won the 09 Forest Wood Cup, and I said, what did that tournament teach you? And you gave me a long answer story, but the basic thing was you have to fish for the good ones and let the great ones happen. And you've always been a great check casher. I mean, like, historically one of the best check cashers, but you've been better since. How has winning taught you to be in a position to win in the future?
You know, I think the biggest thing it does is it teaches you not to change things. I think that was probably early on in my career, like I was overcompensating or trying to do too much in a way and not let that happen. You know, I think that it's up to you to have good tournaments. I don't think you have any control over the great ones. The great ones almost seem like they just got to happen. So now, rather than try to force things, I feel like I fish to where I just let them happen. I do my part, but I don't do anything extra. Just do what I do and let everything, you know, come together. Now, again, there'll be a situation where you need to seal the deal, you know, but to get to that point, you just got to let that happen and not force it. And I just think that's the guy. If you look at the guys who are repeat winners, that's the biggest thing they have going. They just do their thing, and it just happens, you know. And so that's the plan this week. We just gonna let it happen.
What's doing your thing tomorrow?
You know, the big thing is I'm really looking at this Classic in that if I come out of it at the end and turn around and look and go, you know, my decision making was good, I'll be good with that. Whatever happens, I'll be good with that.
Where do you want to be after tomorrow?
I would like to be leading after tomorrow.
So you'd like to get out in front and just try to run away? I just want to get
out in front and just let her eat.
You got that chance?
I'll be around them.
Thanks, Greg.